Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so today we'll be talking about your profile. We need to get your profile up to 100%. The faster you can get your profile done, the faster we can market you to the farmers, the faster they can view it, and the faster you can get placed. So the most time we spent is on people's profiles, and we need to get your profile up to 100% before we can market you. So let's jump into it, and I'll show you step by step where to go, what to change, and where most of the problems are that we have to call candidates back or send emails trying to let them change or add or edit a few things. So here we go. Let's jump into it. Okay, like always, we're going to go into Google and we're going to type in USA Farm Labor. We're going to say enter and will take us to this page. Looking for this logo, we're going to click on here and it will look like this. And then what we're going to do is going to log in to the top right. I see they updated their website. So go ahead, log in. If you can't log in, then you are more than welcome to send us an email on registrations@farmforusa.com and just ask them, hey, listen, I can't log in. Please send me my username and my password, and then just go ahead and log in. If the emailing is taking way too long, you're more than welcome to call us on 082-735-2433. And as soon as you have your logging details, we're going to go ahead and sign in. After you signed into your profile, would look like this. I'm going to use Fonzale as an example. He was kind enough to lend me his profiles, so we'll be using him. As first off, we're going to go on profile information up here. We're going to click on profile information, and then we're going to start on this tab. Okay, so from here, it's quite easy. Your full name, your last name. This should be exactly how it stands on your passport. Your full name. If you don't put in your full name, we're going to have problems down the line when you get placed at a different farmer. Known as material status. Where's your nationality, your ID number, your birth date, your gender, your phone number, and then if you don't have your mobile or your fax or US phone number yet, you can leave that blank. If you go to the USA, please update this information so that we can contact you if there is anything that has to be changed or added to your profile, or even if you want to change from one farmer to another, we need that information in here. So update that and just say save at the bottom of the page. Let's go on to emails. This would be his email. How did you hear about the opportunity? This is usually by a friend, but wherever you have, you can say doing online, came across website or an advertisement. And then from here, the language you speak, your home language, expected hours you want to work, and expected earnings. Now, usually if you don't know what's your hours or your earnings, I'm going to show you how it needs to look like if you're uncertain about this. So if you haven't been into America before, you are going to select 60 hours per week. This is what we average. And then when we select 60 hours, we're going to go down and we're going to select 3,500 to 4,000. So this would be where the average is. If you have no idea what to put in there, 60 hours, 3,500 to 4,000 per month. And if you have been in the USA before and you have worked at other farmers, then you can decide on your hours and your monthly earnings. Lastly is your Facebook name and your race. I would recommend that you put in your Facebook name so that we can go double check on your profile. Next up, we're going to go to address. Inside address, we have two sections here, postal and physical. If you don't have a postal, you can leave it open, but we do need your physical address. Please always make sure that everything is spelled correctly and then everything is filled in. Next up, we're going to go to your experience. Now that we're in the experience tab, I want to tell you that here's where most people make the biggest mistake of just adding 1 or 2, 3 sentences. We are working off of this experience tab so that we know where to market you to what specific farmers. The farmers ask us, listen, I'm looking for a guy with this specific skills. And then we go look into your experience tab and see, okay, here's this guy. He has welding, he has code 14, he can drive tractors, he can drive forklifts, front-end loaders, etc. And then we link you. If you just add me one paragraph in here, I won't be able to market you efficiently. So what I want you to do is listen up closely. What I want you to do is add in the dates you worked on tractors or trucks or cars or whatever you've worked on. I need the dates. I need how many hours you worked on it. I need to know what you did on that vehicle or what you welded on or what you pulled or how heavy the load was or anything in that line. And then I need you to tell me what the model is. What model tractor, what model welder, what model truck you worked on, etc. And then I need to know who you worked for, where you worked for. I need to know absolutely everything. I need your entire life history of what you can do in the experience tab. Please, guys, add as much as you can in here. You can't add enough for us. If you did welding, add it in there. If you're a Formula 1 driver, add it in there. If you know how to pick up a hammer and a nail and drive it into a wall, I want to know about it. USA Farm Labor needs as much information as possible. If you know how to lay down concrete, I want to know about it. If you know how to replace a window, a door, a tire, how to change brakes, I want to know about it so that we can know where to place you when a farmer asks us, okay, listen, I want a tractor driver, but I want someone that can also handle work with tools or weld something for me or do woodwork or anything in that line. So what I always ask the candidates is, can you drive a tractor, forklift, skid steer, front-end loader, excavator, bobcats, anything in that line. Can you drive? Do you have a code 14 license? Can you weld? Do you have any qualifications in anything? Write it down, put it in here. I need paragraphs on top of paragraphs on top of paragraphs so that we can know where to place you. And this will benefit your profile in the end of the day, because the farmer looks at your profile and then from this point on, he makes a decision. Okay, I can see this is what he does. I like to see this profile, and I'll pick you. So the more you add in here, the better chance you have. And I had candidates before, like let's say you don't have a lot of experience in farm work, but you do have a lot of experience in construction. So now when you have your construction written down here, the things you've driven, the position you had, how many hours you worked, or where you worked, what projects you worked on, and what year you worked on it, then he's like, oh, okay, I can see this guy has construction behind his name. I'm willing to bring this guy over just because I have a house I want to build on one of my fields. Maybe I can use him as cheap labor. So anything you can add in your experience tab, please do. You can't add enough in here. Do not just write me one sentence. Do not just say I worked on a farm. I can do agricultural work, corn, beans, rice, and sorghum. I can't. The farmer comes to us and asks, okay, what types of equipment did he worked on? How many acres did he have? What did he do with the corn? Did he store it? Did he sell it? And I can't tell him because I just worked on a farm with corn and beans and rice and sorghum. I'm like, what am I supposed to tell the farmer? So please go ahead, fill this in as much as you can, and we'll talk about your skills and your unpacking skills a bit later. Those two needs to be equivalent with each other so that it doesn't look like you're lying on your profile. And please, guys, do not lie on your profile. If you lie to us on your experience level, what you can and cannot do, you're going to have a problem. If you go to America and the farmer picks it up that you've lied on your profile, you're on your own. I'm sorry, we can't help you. You're stuck. Then you have to pay more than you need to fly back, and your profile will be archived. We can't help you from there. If you lie on your profile, we do not tolerate candidates that lie. You're wasting your time, you're wasting our time, you're wasting a farmer's money. If you're deciding on doing this, please stop right now. Don't do it. Go find somewhere else. We do not tolerate people that lie. All right, in your health tab, we're going to look at I am healthy and able to work. This should always be yes. If you're not healthy, you're going to have a problem with it. And are you a smoker? Please, if you smoke or vape, it still classifies as smoke. And then if you say, yes, I'm a smoker, then you'll see here packets per day. If you smoke 3 bottles of e-cigarettes a week, then you could just say 1 down here or 2. That'd be fine. So from here, we're going to add your height and your weight. Next up, we have your passport. Now here, the number of your passport is always at the top right. It usually starts with an A or a 0 or some letter. And then the country where your passport was issued, and then the date issued, and then the valid date. Please remember to say save at the bottom of the page. Now, let me just tell you quickly, if you are looking for a job, let's say this year is 2025, you're looking for a job in 2026, but your passport expires 2027, please, whilst it's not in peak season, go ahead and get a new passport. It's only going to benefit you in the long run, and you don't have to wait 6 weeks or so in peak season when everybody's trying to get their passports updated. Keep an eye on this expiring date. We cannot place candidates where their passports expires the next year after their contract ended. You need at least 6 months on top of your contract ending date for your passport before your passport expires. Please, guys, just make sure that the year you're going to work or planning on working, that your passport does not expire the next year. If it does, please go ahead, update this, get a new passport, and then put this in your profile. All right, let's go to criminal record. From here, have you ever been convicted for a DUI, DWI in the USA? So if you haven't been in the USA before, you can leave this no. And for people that have been in America, if you lie in this, the consulate will pick it up. Please do not lie in your profile. It just makes a lot of problems for us and for you in the long run when we try and place you, or when we try and move you from one farmer to another. So yes or no, you know what it is. And then down here, driving under the influence / driving while intoxicated. Do you have a criminal record in your home country or in the USA? Now, a lot of people think, okay, 10 years ago, I've been arrested because I took my dad's car to go buy alcohol, for example. If it was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years ago, and you have been arrested once, you have to mark this as yes. Because as soon as you go to the consulate, they can still pick up that you have been arrested anytime in your life. So the way to get around this, go to the police station and get a police clearance on that arrest that many years ago. So when you have the police clearance, you can take that police clearance and take it to the consulate and say, listen, I'm going to America. I was arrested when I was 10 years old or so many years back, whenever, and here is my police clearance. It has been cleared. I am clean. there's nothing to worry about it. If you don't have the police clearance and you go to the consulate and they see that you have a criminal record, even if you've just been arrested once, and you don't have anything against your name, they can still pick it up that you have been arrested. So from that point on, when you have the police clearance, it will just clear everything up and they can continue on with your profile. And if you don't have it, they have the right to just say, go get a police clearance and come back, and then it will take a few months before you have this police clearance. So it's always good to have that, and it's always good to always market. It's always good to market on your profile. Please, guys, do not lie on your profile. Okay, now we're in your USA information tab. For the candidates that have been in the USA, you're going to follow me now. If you haven't been in the USA before, you can just leave it blank and continue on to upload photograph. And for the candidates that have been, we're going to mark here yes, and then you're going to add in your entry date, your numbers of visits, and if it was for holiday work or both. And then when you're done with that, you're going to add your social security number and also the address that you've been staying at in America, postal address, and your physical address. After you've done that, we can go ahead and say upload photograph. And here is Mr. Van Zyl. This is a very nice example of it. From the shoulders, the whole face, I can see you. It's clear. It's a clear indication of who you are. I don't need you standing in the distance. I don't need you to put anything else on there. No other pictures. Not just. I get people that put down where they've been drinking with their friends and where they're at clubs and sitting on top of buildings, on top of tractors. Please don't sit on top of a tractor. It just looks really bad. Either take a picture in front of a truck or in front of a tractor or in front of a very nice tree. Do it outside so that there's enough light. Have a nice shirt on. Please don't have a beer or cigarette in your hand when you take this picture. Don't have anything in your mouth. Just normal picture like you would a visa photo. From the shoulders up, outside, so we can see who we're dealing with. And the farmer also views this picture when he's looking at your profile. We're going to go to employment history. Now, at the employment history, this would also be your references. This is very important. This is where we struggle the most to get people's references verified. What we're going to do is, if you start off with adding your employment history, you're going to add down there your employer's name, your contact number, position held, the country, the address, the city, the starting date when you started working there, the ending date when you finished, and then here's the most important part. Now, if you're currently working at this farmer/company, you're going to say no or yes for the following. If you say no, do not contact this person, the reference will be 0. If you allow us to contact this person, we can request a reference from them and then they can send it through. You need a minimum of 2 South African references. And when you go to America, it goes to 2 South African references and 1 American reference when you want to move from one farmer to another, if something happens in the future. So just remember to say yes if you want us to contact this person. If you don't want us to contact this person, please say no. If you put down American reference, but you're working for that farmer, please say no, because we will contact this person. And when we do, the farmer's going to think, okay, you're looking for another job. It might not always be the next day or the next week. We have a lot of candidates and the list is long that we had to work through. So we just ask you to be patient, but please remember to mark here yes or no, so that we know to either contact them or not. Okay. And if you say yes, then contact person, position held, the email, and phone number. Please fill this in. If you leave one open, then the system won't automatically send it through. You have to fill in every single thing: the address, the city, the starting date, the email, the cell phone number. If you're missing one, the system doesn't send it through, and then we have to manually do it, and this is why it takes so long. So if you say yes and we can contact this person, go ahead, add in the contact person. If the name is exactly as the employer name, please add it in there. If the contact number is exactly the same, please add it in here. Just copy and paste it down here and mark your position held of who the contact person is. Now, down here, monthly salary US around nearest 100. If this is a South African employer, you can just go ahead and just go on the internet and calculate how much you're making and then just put it into USD. Down here. If this is an American farmer that you're previously working at, you can also just add the amounts you make in a month down here. Please do not leave this open. And we do highly recommend that you add as much information as possible at your position held. Now, when we place you and farmers are looking on your profile, they go and they actually call these references to see if you were a good candidate or not, and if they want you on the farm or not. So adding yourself as a reference, don't do it, please. You can't add yourself. You can't add your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, or your niece. No family member is allowed on a reference. We delete it, and the farmers won't take you if they call a reference and it's your family member. I know a lot of South Africans that do have their own businesses and they've only worked for one person in their entire lives. So if this is the case, what you can do is, if you know a pastor, you can go to the pastor and say, listen, can I use you as a reference? If you don't know any pastors, then you can go to schools and say, listen, can I use this as a reference? If worst case scenario, you cannot find anyone to give you a good reference, we can only verify you if you have a good reference. Then from this point on, you can use a friend of a friend and say, listen, can I use someone that you've worked with? Please don't just put a random friend down there. If you cut grass for someone, for some of your friends, or you've moved equipment around, or if you fixed something for someone, you can put down that as a reference. Please, this is only last resort. If you don't have a pastor or a school or any other place you've worked for, please go ahead, just put it down there, and we'll see what we can do with this. And if you are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 years old, and you only worked for your father, and your father has a company or your father has a farm, you are allowed to put down your father's name, father's business, and your father's information so that we can contact him or send the link through. Do not use your email. Do not use your cell phone number. Do not use a fake email. We pick this up, and we're just going to delete the reference, and then your profile is going to take longer to get to the farmer. So please heed my words. Do not lie. Do not add your family members. And if you are young and you've only been working with your family, then you are allowed to put it down. But so please, guys, we need a minimum of 2 references. I'm going to say it again. We need a minimum of 2 references. Please add as much references or employment history down here as you can. And when you're in America, please add 1 American reference for in case we need to move you from one farmer to the next. Please remember to say save at the bottom of the page. Every single page, you need to say save at the bottom of the page. Now we're in education. If you've done any type of schoolwork, you can add your school name, your country, your city, from when you started with the school and from you finished. Hopefully it would be grade 12, but if it's not, you can still add the date there you finished school at any type of a year. And if you went to any colleges or any extra training of any type of form, you can add it down here, your university name, your country, city, from date till date, qualification type, degree, diploma, or certificate, and then the description of what you did down here. So from here, add this information, please. The farmer does look at it, and the more you add, the better your profile. The better your profile, the better chance you have to go to America. Okay, remember to say save at the bottom of the page, and let's continue. Now we're at resume skills. Okay, before we start anything else, we're going to read down here rating scale. 1 star equals I have never heard about it. 2nd star equals I have heard about it, but have no knowledge. 3rd star means I know of this and have some experience. 4th star, I have a lot of experience in my country of region. 5th star means I have some experience with this in the USA. And then your 6th star means I have a lot of experience in the USA. So I know a lot of candidates get tired of this. There's a lot to fill in here, but please go ahead, just start from the top, get it done. If you don't do this, we'll send you an email to say, please do it. Your profile is stuck at screening. You still need to do your skills or your unpacking skills or your evaluation. We cannot send you through to the next step unless you have finished this. If you do not know what crop knowledge is, for example, and you leave this open like 0 stars, the system will give us a big fat red X on your profile. We can't send you through. Even though you filled out everything else, we need a minimum of 1 star, even if you haven't heard about it. The 1st star says, I have never heard about it. Please mark it down 1 star. Now, let's quickly continue on. You can see here where he doesn't know about it, but has a lot of experience in a lot of different sections, and he didn't leave anything open. This is how your profile... Oh, okay. Excuse me. He did leave 1 open. So on his profile, this 1 star shows a big fat red X. So I'm just going to mark it for him. And then when you're done going through your profile, making sure that all your stars is filled in. Oh, there's another one. All your stars is filled in. Like now, we're going to say update skills and data, and this will save it to your profile. If you do not update it, it won't save. Still big fat red X. We're going to have to call you. We're going to have to send emails. It's going to take longer. Please update this. Keep it up to date. And when you go and learn more, if you're still working on a farm and you still learn on how to spray crops, how to mix chemicals, how to cut crops, how to plant, how to till, anything in that line, please make sure that these stars are updated. I know it's a pain when you have to come back and update it, but it looks better on your profile when we need to market you. And when you're in America and you learn more, or you have more experience on forklifts, truck driving, tractors, skid steers, bobcats, excavators, John Deere's, versatiles, case tractors, anything, you can come back here and update it. We need your profile to be updated every single year for in case something happens and you want to move from one farmer to the next, so it looks better and you have a better chance of going over. All right, number 6 would be your unpacking skills. He has completed his unpacking skills, so I can't show you how it looks like, but it'll be a bunch of questions. Just select on the first question and just continue on and say next, and on the end of the page you just say save, and then when you say save, it looks like this. After you've done, everything looks like this. You can say save at the bottom of the page. Now remember, when you fill in your skills and your unpacking skills and it doesn't align with your experience, that gives us a problem. Now, that's usually how we figure out when you're lying to us or not, because when you are being honest and your experience is 2 different things, we're going to have a problem. And then we have to email you, we have to call you and say, listen, what's going on here? We can't market you, update it, change it. So please make sure that you answer everything honestly and correctly, and double check yourself and remember to say save at the bottom of the page. Next up, we have your driver's license. You can see he has a type B class. If you haven't added this yet, you can go ahead and say country issued, license type, and date issued and date valid. Just please remember to say save at the bottom of the page. And now for candidates that's younger, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and you don't have a driver's license, I highly recommend you go ahead, get your driver's license, and update this on your profile. Me as a candidate, I have been in the USA for the last 6 years. Not having a driver's license is the biggest pain you can have. Nobody wants to drive you around to go do your groceries. Please, you're going to have a problem in America when you don't have a driver's license. Go ahead, get a driver's license. Even if you have a learner's license, you've read it, you've had the test, you did the test, you get your learners, but you don't have your driver's license, you can add your learners in here so long so that you have a green check mark on your profile. But when you have your driver's license, please update this so that the farmer can see, okay, you went through the process, you do have a license, and he can trust you with his truck. He doesn't want someone that hasn't driven a truck or any type of vehicle in America, because our roads, driving in America is on the right side, not the left. So if you're not used to driving a vehicle, this is going to be a very big challenge for you. So please remember to update this information when you go from a normal car or bicycle or truck license. If you have all three, please add all three in here. And as always, just remember to say save at the bottom of the page. Okay, so now we're at language. Of course, English is required. Please, you're going to work in America. You need to know how to speak English. If you have added it in here, you can see reading, writing, and understanding of English. And of course, Afrikaans, reading, writing, and understanding of Afrikaans. So if you can speak more than Afrikaans and English, please add it in here and then rate yourself. And as always, save at the bottom of the page. Okay, here's a very, very, very important part of your profile. Your next of kin. We need a minimum, yes, you've guessed it, of 2. We need 2. Mom, dad, sisters, brothers, nephews, nieces. You can add them all in here, please. When something happens to you in America, who do we contact? Who do we contact first? Put those people's names, numbers, emails here. Please put down your mother, your father, your sister, your brother's name, last name, relationship, business phone, home phone, mobile phone, or email. Please, we need as much as possible. Make sure that this information is up to date. If you have created a profile and your mother or your father or anyone else changed their cell phone numbers, please go ahead and update this. This is very dangerous. When something happens to you in America, we need to contact your family members. And a lot of times we get moms, dads, brothers, and sisters that change their numbers, and then we only have an email, if we have an email, to contact them. Add in the cell phone number, add in the email, add in the name and the surname, so we can try and find your family members easier when something happens. Please, guys, we need a minimum of 2. If you can add 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 100, please go ahead. And as always, we're going to say save at the bottom of the page. We're at medical information now. So from here, if you have any allergies, just go to the drop-down menu and then select what allergy you have. And then further on, medical condition as well. If you have something, please write it in here, select it, and then we'll say save at the bottom of the page. Please, if you're healthy and you don't have any conditions, you can leave this open. Just say save when it's still like this, just in case. Unless you have something, if you do have an allergy, please select it in there, save it individual, like select there and then save. And then if you have any medical condition, select there and save. If you do have a medical condition and you don't tell us about it and you get to America, you're going to have problems. If you lie on your profile, the farmer picks it up, we pick it up, you're on your own. We do not tolerate people that lie on their profile. Please be as honest and truthful as possible. And as always, just say save at the bottom of the page and let's continue. Okay, this would be your values. You don't have to do much here. If there is questions, just answer it. But here you can just see on what you've answered as well as the personality. You can just go ahead and make sure that it is viewing on your side. And then knowledge is also with your skills and everything else that you filled in. And then you can see the results on the right-hand side. And now video library. This is a very important one. A lot of candidates leave this out and we need it. You cannot go to America without a CV video. We are going to bombard you with emails of updating your CV video every time you have to do it. And guess what? When you're in America and you don't have one and we have to market you to a different farmer, it's going to be harder because then we're going to ask you for your CV video. The system will block us eventually if you don't have this, because if you don't have a CV video and your farmer or potential farmer is viewing your profile, there's going to be a big red fat X on your profile if you don't do this. It's really easy. It's really simple. I know a lot of people don't want to sit in front of a camera and speak and they get jittery and they struggle and they do it 100 times over. It's fine. Just put something in there. And what we need is a CV video. Now I'm going to explain to you exactly how this works. When you go for your CV video, you're going to stand outside for me. You're going to have someone record you, and you're just basically going to give me a brief review of your experience tab. So you're going to stand there in front of a tractor or in front of a tree or in front of a truck, somewhere on a field that it looks better, that there's enough light on your face. Just have a shirt on, a proper shirt, and you can wear a cap. That's fine. Please do it in English. Do not mention your age. that means that you're going to have to do the video over again next year, because then something is outstanding on your profile. Just go ahead, say your name, say I can work with this. Hey, good day, my name is this. I can work with this, this, and this. I have qualifications in this, this, and this. I've worked for this company for so many years. I can drive trucks with this many weight. I'm a good welder. I have qualifications in this and this. Anything that you can add that you think the farmer would find attractive and think, okay, I like this guy's attitude. I like how he's speaking. I like the experience that he's giving forth. And then when you're done, I'll leave a link in the description. I already made a video of how you can upload it to your profile, because a lot of people don't see this, and sometimes it just disappears for some reason. So what happens is, as soon as you load it up on your YouTube page and you mark it as unlisted, not made for children, you're just only going to select everything behind the equal sign, and then that you're going to paste in here. Let me give you an example. So for his CV video, you can see it's a very short code, and then on our side we're going to need to see if it plays or not. If you don't paste it in exactly like that, the code that you have on YouTube, and we won't be able to view it. So when I click on play, it would either be black or it would say video not available, and then I have to delete it and send you an email again, or call you and say, listen, your video is outstanding. I can't take you on to marketing or anything else because big red fat eggs on your profile. So here you can see Van Zyl, very nice, standing outside. He has a cap on, he has a nice shirt on, and let's quickly see what he has to say. Of course, it's in Afrikaans. Oh, no, there it is. It's in English. So that's perfect. It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds long. That's okay. So from here, when the farmer views your profile, he's going to view your video first. And then from there, he goes to your experience tab. And then if he's really interested, he'll call your references and so forth. So please, guys, add your CV video for us. And if you want to do something else, if you want to have a step above the other people, above the other profiles to get even a higher chance of getting into America, go ahead and then add more videos, like where you're driving a tractor, or where you're welding, or where you're grinding, or where you can show you actually know how to use this equipment. You are giving proof of what you're saying in your experience tab. So go ahead, add that on there. It will help so much, not just for us for marketing, but also for you to get a job, and for the farmer to say, okay, I can see this guy knows what he's doing. If you worked with cattle or any type of irrigation, or working on trucks and stuff like that, mention it in your video and give us a few like short videos, just clips or shorts about this. And now lastly, we're going to go to Notify Agent. As soon as you have updated your profile in any section, if you have been with us for a few years and you've updated your skills, or your unpacking skills, or your next of kin profile, cell phone numbers, or your experience tab, please go ahead and say Notify Agent. Sometimes when you click the button, nothing happens. Just click it again. Don't keep on clicking it. Every time you click it, we get an email, and our email folders are so full of emails that we have to go work through every single day, especially in peak season. Please click it once. If you don't see anything, just click it one more time. Don't click it again. It just creates traffic for us. So I'm just going to show you how it looks like. Click here. When you say Notify Agent, nothing. Oh, there it goes. It says Notify, your profile is now active and your agent has been notified successfully. From this point on, we get an email, we get an SOS saying, listen, you have updated your profile. Take a look. Now, if you're in peak season, you know we are always busy. We have so many candidates we have to deal with. Just go ahead, as soon as you click on this button, just give us a call. Say, listen, I updated my profile. My profile is at 100%. If you have a question, go ahead, call us. But if your profile is 100%, just call and say, listen, I'm done. It's at 100%. Please go through it. Just give a quick scan, and then we'll send you on to references. Then the referencing team will send out references too that you have marked and listed. And then when you have 2 good references coming back to us, then we can continue on with screening. And then screening goes in detail through your entire profile and see if there's anything outstanding. And if there's nothing outstanding and your experience tab is perfect, they'll take your experience tab and then make a short summary of it, put it back there, and then the marketing team is going to use that short summary. This is why having your experience tab is so important. When you have your experience tab up to date every single year, when we market you, we can market you to better farmers, which means better pay. So from here, when you have a very good profile, screening said, okay, references said, okay, you're done with screening. You're going to marketing now. You're in the market pool. Now, what this means is you're not being marketed at this point up until we find a farmer that has that specific skills you need. And there's a whole list of them. A lot of times we do find very good candidates and we start marketing to very few farmers. The more experience you have, the more farmers we market you to. So if you have an X amount of experience, you'll be in the marketing pool on the list. And when a farmer comes and say, for example, I need a guy that is a handyman, he needs to know how to weld, and I need him to know how to drive a tractor. Let's say those 3 things. And then we go ahead, go through the profiles, find a perfect candidate, and then start linking him to the farmer. And then the farmer goes, look through the profiles, and then he decides on who to accept and who to deny. So having your profile at 100% fully updated is so important for you so that you can find work in America faster and you make our jobs easier. And then when you find work in America, when you want to go back to that farmer, your profile is completely up to date. Or if when something happens in that farmer, goes bankrupt or something in that line, when your profile is up to date, we can send you to a new farmer much easier and much faster. If you have something outstanding on your profile, we're going to send you an email. We're going to call you and say, listen, update this first. Please, guys, keep your profile up to date at 100% in every section. I know it's a pain to go every single year and do some admin work, but in the future, it will not only help you find a new farmer or help you get marketed to farmers for the next year if you want to go to other farmer, but it will help us do our job faster and not have to do too much admin work in trying to get your profile up to date. So now you have everything you need to have to get your profile to 100%, and when that's done, we'll be able to market you easier, and hopefully the chances of a farmer selecting your profile will be higher. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe at the bottom of the page, and I'll see you in the next one.